Welcome to Statesboro, Georgia for Game 2 of 3 against Georgia Premier for the Kingsmen Baseball Academy varsity team. One batter in as Logan Daniel pops up a bunt, strike one. Caden McNeil singled up the middle, which you may have seen if we are indeed posting this after the fact. So this is Kingsmen Baseball Academy on demand as it stands today, at the mercy of connectivity issues. So at least this first inning, you won't be hearing this live, as Daniels 0-1 is spiked in the dirt by the pitcher Riley Cates, and McNeil's going to move to second and then take off for third. The throw goes that way, and McNeil has gone first to third on a wild pitch. He just never stopped.
Whatever that first number is.
So a runner on third for Logan Daniel, who dribbles one foul, and it's 1-2. I think that's the first time this season that we have seen a Kingsman take two bases on a wild pitch, and now they are in prime position to score the game's opening run. Now 2-2 outside to Daniel. Kingsman batting order today: McNeil, Daniel, Hart, Burney, Wynant, Catani, Clark, De La Cruz, and Olvera. 2-2 to Logan. And he grounds it to the second base side, fielded by Galloway, who goes to first, and Caden McNeil scores to give the Kingsmen a 1-0 lead.
I don't believe that.
They were shut out in 7 innings yesterday. It has taken them 2 hitters to score their first run in Game 2. So 1-0, the Black and Gold have an early lead over the Red Sox at Georgia Premier. Here is Montgomery Hart. The left-hander had a good day yesterday with a couple of base hits. The first pitch he sees is ripped up the middle toward the second base side. It's collected by Galloway on the backhand, and they throw Hart out for out number 2. Looks like it had a chance to get up the middle, but hooked toward the second baseman, Zorn Galloway. Here's Christian Burney with the bases empty. Defensively for Georgia Premier, in the outfield, Seeley, Burrows, and Richards. Bankston, McBride, Galloway, Appleboom in the infield, with North Williams doing the catching for Riley Cates. It is a rematch of starting pitchers from the first time these two teams saw each other this season, going back last week to East Cobb. Burney puts one at the third baseman, fielded by Bankston. Low throw, but stretched and caught by Appleboom, and the inning is over. So the Kingsmen strike first in the first, and the bottom half, a 1-0 lead for Angel Rari and the Kingsmen right here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Back here in the bottom of the first, a 1-0 lead for the Kingsmen. Angel Rari on the mound to face Galloway, McBride, and Bankston. Angel's first pitch, just off the outside corner.
Not a bad spot, not a bad spot.
1 ball and no strikes. Angel Rari back on the mound. He steps off. 1-0. Downstairs and ball 2. Defensively for the Kingsmen today, De La Cruz, McNeil, and Winan. Clark, Hart, Daniel, and Catani in the infield. Bernie doing the catching for the Dominican right-hander. 2 balls and no strikes. The hitter's count for Galloway. And he takes it off the plate. Ball 3. After Galloway, it'll be Casey McBride, the shortstop. Angel trying to come back against the leadoff man. Dots the zone with that fastball to make it 3-1. An early lead for the Kingsmen here in State. Trying to force a rubber match for the 3rd game of the series. That one ran inside and hit Zoran Galloway. So the base runner on from the jump for Georgia Premier, just as we saw in the bottom of the 1st for the Kingsmen. Georgia Premier took the opening game of the series 5-0. Season series 1-1 between these two teams, and as I mentioned last half inning, it's a rematch on the pitching side. Angel Rari versus Riley Cates from what we saw 1 week ago in East Cobb. So here's Casey McBride, the shortstop, but not before Coach Joe Hudak will walk out there with his cell phone to do the translating. Normally, you would see Israel Classe come out as the translator, but because this is the varsity road trip and the prospect team did not travel, Coach Hudak is working with the power of the iPhone. A quick one to try to settle down his starting right-hand arm. Not quite as hot as it was yesterday in the early going here in Statesboro. Of course, the game time 4 hours earlier. We'll see how things heat up over the course of our doubleheader today. Runner on first and nobody out. Casey McBride at the plate, but a check on Galloway at first. First pitch coming here from Angel Rari to McBride. Slide step and a fastball at the letters. 0-1. Angel coming set and throws over to first again. Catani with the tag. Back safely goes Galloway. Starting 11 at the plate for Georgia Premier. Galloway, McBride, Bankston, then North Williams, Lamar Seeley, and Amari Burrows are the 4-5-6. 0-1 from Angel. Runner on the move, but stopping, and the bunt was down, but foul to make it 0-2. Bottom 5 of the order: Richards, Omar Williams, Dylan Appledoom, Jace Woods, and Colton Ridgeway. Trying to supply some offense for their pitcher Riley Cates, who surrendered a leadoff single, and Katie McNeil did the rest, scoring on the ground out by Logan Daniel. 0-2 from Rari, and he gets a pop-up on the infield. Right to him, he calls off everyone, and he makes the catch with that left side glove for the first out of the inning. Here's DJ Bankston, the third baseman, had a rough go at it yesterday at the plate. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. He did reach on an error in his last at-bat. Came in to pitch and finalized that game against the Kingsmen 1 day ago. Galloway back into first after another throw by Rari. Infield set to turn 2. Couple changes in the infield. PJ Olvera just hitting today. Logan Daniel moves from short over to second. And now Galloway on the move. A ground ball up the middle. And it's Logan Daniel who caught it with a foot on the bag. And Catani scoops it for 2. One of those times that everything just kind of works out. The runner on the move enables the double play, and Daniel turns a pair to end the first inning. We head to the second, 1-0 here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. So we're here in the second now. Brody Wyman is at the plate leading off the second inning for the Kingsmen, up 1-0 on Georgia Premier. Riley Cates ahead 0-1 and gets a pop-up on the infield. The catcher, North Williams, right on the foul line, makes the catch in foul territory for out number 1. So 1 out quickly here in the second. It's Wyman, Catani, and then Clark. 5, 6, 7 due up here in the second inning for the Kingsmen. First pitch to Catani, takes it for a strike. Kingsmen in the black uniforms today. Catani squared the bunt but pulled back. The curveball missed high, and it is 1-1. That ball is sent into deep right field. Going back on it is Richards, playable closer to the corner, and he makes the routine catch for out number 2. So a couple of balls hit into the air. 2 outs later, Harris Clark comes up with the bases empty. In the bottom of the second for Georgia Premier, we'll see North Williams, Lamar Seeley, and Amari Burrows. 4, 5, 6 due up. And a fly ball on the first pitch. Sent out to center. Burrows camps and catches. Very quick second inning for the Kingsmen. They went after it swinging. Nothing to show for it. We head to the bottom half. 1-0 it remains here. Varsity Baseball on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. To the home half of the second we go. Angel Rari back on the mound, and his first pitch of the second is a slider away to North Williams. Same umpires as yesterday's game, but they've switched spots. The home umpire takes the crouch as the 1-0 pitch comes in and misses just high. 2 balls and no strikes to Williams. 4, 5, 6. Williams, Seeley, and Burrows to try and find their first runs of the game. 2-0. Hits the outside corner with that fastball. Rari's got it to 2-1. In the first, he hit the opening batter. Got a pop out to the pitcher. And then a ground ball double play ended the first inning. Rari going to recompose. Coach Preston Hudak looking for his second win over Georgia Premier here at the varsity level. 2-1 pitch. Missed high and tight. 3 balls and 1 strike. High for a ball. Back-to-back innings that the leadoff man has reached without a hit. Lamar Seeley up with nobody out. Rari will work out of the stretch here with Williams on first. Ball off the glove of Bernie. To the backstop it goes, and Williams takes second. You get the feeling that that's one that Bernie will want back, as runner now in scoring position with nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes, the count with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. First game of 2 of today's doubleheader. We apologize once again about the connectivity, as that one is hit a mile high to Montgomery Hart. The shortstop shuffles and makes the catch in the infield for out number 1. I'm going to try to get these broadcasts up as soon as humanly possible. Of course, by the time you have just heard me say that, well, then the problem's resolved. 2 games on tap, 7 innings apiece. The Kingsmen looking for a series win in Statesboro. First pitch coming for Amari Burrows against Rari. Rari misses outside with the slider, and it's 1-0. Two and 0 now. Angel has already made it longer this start than the last time he played Georgia Premier. Got through the first inning. That one's popped foul, and then was pulled with no one out in the second after a couple base runners had gotten on. He's gotten 1 out already here to make it an inning and a third. Rari looking for a start to find some consistency here in the early goings of the spring. Backing up Max Rayleigh, who started the first game yesterday. Slider outside again, 3-1. After Burrows, it'll be Julian Richards and Omar Williams. The Red Sox trying to battle back after the Kingsmen took an early 1-0 lead. Hitters count for Amari Burrows. Angels 3-1. High and inside off the glove of Bernie. To third base goes North Williams off the wild pitch. Runners on the corners now with 1 out for Julian Richards. Kingsman got a double play ball to end the first. They'd love another one. With the right fielder stepping up to the plate. Christian Bernie behind the dish. We'll see if he is called into action here, if Burrows takes off for second base. Gets moving on the first pitch. In there for a strike, but no, a balk has been called, and the run comes in to score as a result. So the balk assessed to Rari, no pitch. It was right down the middle, and now the run comes in to make it 1-1. So a runner on second, still one away, and an 0-0 count for Julian Richards. Coach Hudak getting some clarification, but not a lot of argument against that balk call. Rari hits the zone on the inside corner to make it 0-1. A 1 count to pitch. Off the plate outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Rari stares down the runner at second, throws the 1-1 fastball off the plate outside. And after that 1-1 misses outside, we see Coach Nick Osborne start to take the jog down to the bullpen on the other side of the complex. The 2 following bullpen catcher today, PJ Olvera and Jack Catron. Outside for ball 3. Catron caught the game yesterday for the Kingsmen, was expected to pitch at some point to make his spring pitching debut. And we'll see when that ends up being as they jog down to the bullpen right now to start getting ready. 3 balls and 1 strike. Rari checks on second and comes home. And a swing and a miss to make it 3-2. Full count. Rari would love to get Richards here with Omar Williams on deck. Still a tie ball game in Statesboro. 3-2. Runner on the move to third. It's outside. Bernie had to drop to his knees to make sure that ball didn't get by, and no throw to third as a result. Back-to-back walks, 3 in the inning for Rari. Omar Williams, the extra hitter, runners on the corners and 1 out. And Coach Joe Hudak going to walk out to the mound and have another mound visit. First of the inning. We'll step aside here momentarily on the Kingsmen Baseball Network, 1-1. Back here in the bottom of the second, Georgia Premier had a big second inning yesterday, and they look primed for a couple more here if they can get the job done at the plate. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Mound visit concluded. Angel Rari still out on the mound trying to keep this score knotted up at 1. Rari throws to first, and back safely goes Julian Richards. Because of the spot in this ballpark complex of the bullpens. It takes a little longer to get guys ready as that one's in there. Bernie with the arm fake down to second. Back safely to third goes Burrows, and there's runners on second and third. Because of it taking a couple minutes longer to get down there and a couple minutes longer to get back, we're looking at more time to get somebody in and out of the bullpen and into the ball game. As Rory throws a good changeup that time to get the swing and a miss, make it 1-1. Right side of the infield going to come in here with one away. Pull side stays back for the right-handed hitting Omar Williams. 1-1 pitch. Goes to the slider, missed inside that time, trying to front door him. Two balls and one strike here. Williams digging back in on the pitch. Slider got the call that time, 2-2. And here comes the bullpen cavalry. Still a tied score here in Statesboro, Georgia. Game 2 of 3 in the series, game 1 of 2 in today's doubleheader. Kingsmen baseball on demand. I'm Griffin Leonard. 2-2. Off the plate outside. And Bernie to extension to make that catch. 3 balls and 2 strikes after Williams. It'll be Appleboom. And you would imagine with Patron back from the bullpen that the leash is tight now on Angel Rari. 3-2. Payoff pitch coming here for the Dominican right-hander. Fastball hit to third. Runner coming to the plate. Clark's throw home is in time. Bernie did not get the tag on it initially, but does there. And the out is called for the second out of the inning. Amari Burrows did a good job to avoid the tag, but couldn't make it back to the plate in time. Julian Richards takes third on the fielder's choice, and Williams is on first. So here is Dylan Appleboom, the first baseman, hitting with runners on the corners. We'll see how long the runners remain on the corners. They haven't been afraid to take off, and they do so again here. First pitch off the plate inside, another arm fake for Bernie, and into second goes Williams. 1-0 pitch coming for Rari down to Bernie. Got a big ground ball out, one hitter ago, has the chance to get out of this inning, and time called by Appleboom.
I'm not going to say it, but you already know. Hey, look, we're not dealing with it. You can leave for all I care, but we're not dealing with it. There you go. Here you go, Dylan.
One to one is the score. Slight delay, and now Rari back on the mound. 1-0 count with runners on second and third. Infield now back. The pitch from Angel is downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. With 2 outs. Hitters count. And the pitch grounded to second. Logan Daniel off of his body. And everyone is safe. They throw to third, and now there's a rundown. Bernie chasing Williams back to third. Throws to Harris Clark. Clark charging into the plate. Throws to Catani. The runner slips. The ball's dropped. Throw to third. Hart the tag in time. The rundown was not clean, but they get the job done. 1 run comes in to score to make it 2-1, and the Red Sox will take that into the third inning. 2-1 is the score here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Leading off the third is Matt De La Cruz for the Kingsmen, batting eighth. He squared and pulled back for strike number one. 2-1 is the score here between Georgia Premier and the Kingsmen. Griffin Leonard here, Kingsman Baseball on Demand. Here for you today. Connectivity issues unfortunately preventing the game from being streamed live, which I thought is odd because it worked just fine yesterday, at least to my knowledge, even with the heat. De La Cruz strikes out on 3 pitches. Throw down from first, or from the catcher position to first. On the drop third strike is inside, and there's one away. So PJ Olvera is the next to hit. 1 out, and the bases are empty. 0-1 after the foul ball. Now off the plate, outside, and it's 1-1 PJ Olvera. Three and one now as that pitch missed the plate. That ball hit out to left field. Going back on it is Seeley, who makes the play for out number 2. Top of the order here for the Kingsmen and Caden McNeil.
Let's go, 1. Hey, Bud, you went on second base. Right now, 1 now.
First pitch swinging, McNeil grounds to shortstop across the diamond in time to retire the side. Kingsmen go in order in the third. We'll head to the bottom half right after this on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Bottom of the third, Angel Rari is back on the mound working for the Kingsmen. KBA down 1. It's that second inning that's plagued them once again as Georgia Premier scores 2. Jack Tatron still warming up now behind the dugout down the third base line, but Angel Rari is going to continue into the third inning. 10-11-1, just like the Kingsmen brought up their final 2 hitters, and then the top of the order, the same is true for Georgia Premier. Line drive left field, right and in front of Matt De La Cruz, who dives and cannot make the catch. He trips as he picks up the baseball, whips it into the infield, and it's a leadoff double for Jace Woods. It was a good effort in the outfield for De La Cruz trying to make a sliding catch. And while there wasn't any rain overnight, the outfield can be best described as dewy right now, and the slip affecting De La Cruz there, and the runner is on second with nobody out. So 11-hole hitter Colton Ridgway squares the bunt, pulls back, and a runner on second stays put. Ridgway, the designated hitter, batting for Cates in the bottom of the order, wearing the number 27. 1-0 count. We'll see if he squares again. Dino Catani well in on the grass, and the pitch high and inside. That one over the head of Ridgway to make it a 2-0 count. That double was the first hit of the game for Georgia Premier. They scored 2 runs despite not having a hit to this point. 2-0. And Rari misses high once again. 3-0. Rari misses.
Let's go.
Runners on second and first, and nobody out. Top of the order for Georgia Premier. Zorn Galloway got hit by a pitch and then was out at second base as part of that double play. And a pitching change going to be made here. That's the end of the day for Angel Rari. We'll get you his stat line once it's finalized, and we'll be right back as Jack Catron is ready to take to the mound for the first time this spring. Jack Catron is into the ball game for the Kingsmen on the mound, relieving Angel Rari. Rari did his job as the starting pitcher, but a couple too many walks plagued him in his starting appearance. Catron's first pitch is high to Zorn Galloway. Top of the order to face Jack Catron. Catron's first time on the mound for the Kingsmen this spring since joining the KBA in January. Outside corner gets the call to make it 1-1. Catron out of the Raleigh area of North Carolina. One of the newer additions to this academy. Spent most of his time behind the dish with the gear on. Now he's throwing down to Bernie, who is the catcher today. Curveball, that's a nice one. 1-2. So he dots the outside corner and has Galloway down to his final strike. 1-2 is the count. Catron working out of the stretch with runners on second and first and nobody out. Lifts leg, comes home, misses high with the breaking ball, 2-2. Final stat line for Rari, 2+ innings pitched, just the one hit. 1 run earned, 2 runs total. Couple of hit by, or just the one hit by pitch, walked 4. And we'll see what that final line is. Took that one for ball 3 just upstairs was Galloway. McBride is on deck, and then Bankston in the hole. Angel Rari responsible for both runners on right now. 3-2, and it is high. An uncompetitive ball 4 puts Galloway on for the second time, and the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Not in a hurry on a line drive. Don't get doubled.
Catron got ahead of Galloway 1-2 and then missed with 3 consecutive pitches. The 2-2 pitch was the closest, and it looked like it had a shot, but the 3-2 was at least a foot above the strike zone. Casey McBride hitting now with the bases loaded. A 2-1 lead for Georgia Premier, trying to add to it. So Catron toes the rubber. Runners at every station. First pitch here to McBride. Grounded. Shortstop side. Fielded. No, it's off the glove of Harris, and it got by Hart as a result of the deflection. 2 runs coming to score. And now the ball off the glove of Daniel, who bare hands it, fires it home, and everybody is going to be safe here. A disaster in the infield for the Kingsmen, puts 3 runs on the scoreboard. The ball was off of Harris Clark's glove, and because of the slight deflection, Montgomery Hart was unable to get there. 2 runs came in to score, and then a high throw into Logan Daniel at second allowed that last runner to come around and find his way home. McBride stands on second after he advanced on the throw home by Daniel to Bernie. And there's a runner on second with nobody out in a 5-1 ball game here in Statesboro for DJ Bankston.
Let's go, DJ.
Jack Catron got himself a ground ball, didn't get anything out of it. We'll see what he can do with Bankston. He misses low for ball 1 to start the at-bat. DJ Bankston grounded out into that 4-3 double play, chopped it up the middle. But the runner was on the move, so Logan Daniel was able to field and then throw on to first after tapping the bag. Jack Catron gets himself a new ball, and the catcher turned pitcher getting ready to throw the 1-0 pitch. Runner on second, nobody out, a 4-run lead for Georgia Premier. The runner on the move to third, high pitch, which gives Bernie a shot, but he fires low and away to third base, and stolen base from McBride, who got a good jump heading for third. 2 balls and no strikes. Runner on third, infield back for the Kingsmen with nobody out. Down by 4 runs now after The at bat one hitter a go. Low and away. 3 balls and no strikes. In there. Gatron gets a strike on the board to make it 3-1. Gatron comes set with a man on third and nobody out. His 3-1 is at the knees. No, it's not. It's called ball 4, and a runner heads down to first base with nobody out.
Casey, be smart, Casey. Come on, North.
Runners on the corners, nobody out. 4-run lead for Georgia Premier. After the walk to Bankston, it's North Williams who walked and then came in to score the first run of the game for Georgia Premier in the second inning. A.J. Griffith throwing a couple, getting loose behind the dugout. But it's Catron's game for now. Nobody out, runners on the corners. And now Catron steps off. So over to first. Catani applies the tag to Bankston. Runner on the move, high pitch. And the throw down to second in front of the bag as Hart cut it off. Stolen base there that time for DJ Bankston. The runner on third, McBride, holds at third. So runners at second and third base for Georgia Premier with nobody out. 1-0. The pitch. High, 2 balls and no strikes. Got the outside corner to make it 2-1. Curveball high to make it 3 balls and 1 strike. Turning into a long inning for the Kingsmen defensively. This is the 6th hitter to the plate in the inning for Georgia Premier. The first 5 all found a way on. 3-1. And the walk makes it 6 to load the bases. Lamar Seeley will hit with the bases loaded, a 4-run lead for Georgia Premier. Varsity baseball here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. We'll have to wait as the mound visit coming up. Coach Preston going to have a chat with Jack Catron. Pitching change going to be made. Jack Catron has his day cut short. Unable to get an out. He got a couple of ground balls and had a chance, but unable to get an out here in the 3rd inning. The Kingsmen turn to A.J. Griffith when we come back. Back here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network, A.J. Griffith is on the mound for the second day in a row. First pitch off the plate outside for ball one. Strikes Griffith out of the windup with the bases loaded, and it gets a swinging strike, a fastball that he blew by Lamar Seeley to make it 1-1. Seeley popped out in the infield in the second inning. 1-1. And Griffith misses the zone, 2 balls and 1 strike. Has not been the week the Kingsmen were looking for on the varsity side so far. Bats struggled to get going yesterday, and today we have just seen a couple mistakes in the field that have made this deficit higher than they would like it to be early. Pick over to second, but back safely goes Casey McBride. It's Galloway, or rather, McBride is on third. Bankston is on second, and Williams is on first base. For Georgia Premier. Outside for ball 3. Georgia Premier has seen 10 hitters in a row reach base. Meanwhile, the Kingsmen have seen their last 9 retired. 3-1. And it ran inside and hit Lamar Seeley. That brings in a run. That makes it 6. A 5-run game here in the bottom of the third. Amari Burrows walked and was out at home. That fielder's choice. A nice play by Harris Clark in the infield. He's 0 for 1 and comes to the plate now. Griffith drops in the curveball, and it's 0-1.
Don't be surprised. Come on, stay back, drive some here.
Time has been called here with the count 0-1. Griffith had started his motion but stops. Now he deals the 0-1 pitch. Goes back to the curve, missed high, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Stay ready for it, Mark. Stay ready. Let's go, Alex.
Bases are loaded with nobody out. 4-run inning already for Georgia Premier. Here is the pitch. High, Bernie to his feet, standing up to catch that one, and it's 2-1 after the fastball.
All right, Mark. Don't be surprised right here.
Kingsman looking for a couple of outs out of A.J. Griffith to calm the storm. Another game on tap today. I'd love to figure things out before that third game starts. 2-1. High again, 3 balls and 1 strike, and Christian Burney rather is going to jog on out to have a chat with A.J. Griffith.
Hey, let's go.
3-1. Drop the curveball in to bring the count to full. It's a good pitch. And now 3-2. Griffith has found good control with that curveball. The question is, what will he go to with the count at its maximum? Payoff. Back to it. Got the swinging strikeout for out number 1. First strikeout for Kingsmen pitchers here today, and there is 1 out here in the third.
Stay on it, do a job, let's go.
5-run game. Bases still loaded, 1 out for Julian Richards. Walked and scored in the second. That one's outside. Caught by Bernie, and it's 1-0. Out of the windup, 1-0 pitch. Goes back to the curve, drops it in there to make it 1-1. If he could throw that pitch every time, he probably would with the way he's found consistency with it. But looking to find the zone with the fastball, I'm sure, as well. 1-1. Does dial up the fastball, misses high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike here with 1 away. Two one. Low and away. 3 balls and a strike. Three and 1. In the dirt again, and a run comes in to score. Coach Preston Hudak going to walk out to talk with A.J. Griffith here. 7-1 score in the first inning. We'll step aside for a second here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Back here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network, Griffin Leonard here with you for Game 1 of 2 today. KBA On Demand Again, apologies for the connection issues preventing us from being live right now. We'll get this game up as soon as we can. 7-1 is the score. Nemo Barnes is on the mound now for the Kingsmen. He fires the first pitch that hits the outside corner. It is 0-1. Nemo was the scheduled starter for the second game of this doubleheader. And now I believe we have truly hit a bullpen day for the Kingsmen. 0-1 turns to 0-2. Nemo hits the zone again. Omar Williams didn't like it. He's behind 0-2 in the count. Bases loaded, one out. And a 6-run lead for Georgia Premier. Barnes comes set. Glances at his bases and fires home. Off the plate outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Clark, Hart, Daniel, and Catani in the infield for the Kingsmen, ready for a ground ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Goes to the breaking stuff. Got him on the outside corner. 2 outs in the inning for the Kingsmen defensively, trying to end what has been a tough third. 5 runs already here in this inning. Bases are loaded. Courtesy runner is in for Georgia Premier on third base for the catcher, North Williams. And now at the plate, it's Dylan Appleboom. Off the glove of Bernie. 1-0 and a run scores. That pass ball makes it 8-1. Runners on second and third now, 2 outs. 1-0 is the count. Here's the pitch from Nemo. Chopped right back to the pitcher on 2 bounces. Nemo has it, throws to first in time, and the inning is over. 6 in the frame for Georgia Premier. And we head to the 4th, 8-1 here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. To the 4th we go here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network, and 2-3-4 to the plate. Logan Daniel leads things off for the Kingsmen, now chasing a mighty deficit. Had the first run of this ball game in the top half of the first. Since then, it has been 8 unanswered for the Red Sox at Georgia Premier, trying to wrap up this series here in Game 2. If that happens, they look for the sweep in Game 3, just as the Kingsmen did against PDG earlier in the week at the prospect level. First pitch coming. Riley Cates delivers the ball. It's popped into shallow right. Ranging over and making the catch is the second baseman Galloway, a couple steps into the outfield. 1 away. Gummy Hart next to hit for the Kingsmen. He hit a hard ground out to the second baseman. Galloway has been active in this game defensively for Georgia Premier. Picking up here a little bit in Statesboro, and the first pitch runs in and hits Gummy Hart, so the Kingsmen have a base runner. First base runner since Caden McNeil in the first inning when he came around to score. Has been a great performance on the mound for Riley Cates. Despite a strikeout, he's gotten soft contact from the Kingsmen bats. Here's Christian Burney, who grounded out to end the first inning. He hits with a runner on first and 1 out. First pitch. Burns off the end of the bat, back to the pitcher. Flipping it to first, letting Hart move to second. He has Cates, and there are 2 away. Brody Winan will hit next with 2 away, runner on second after the Burney ground out. Brody Winan, open stance on the right-hand side with 2 away. Cates out of the stretch, his first pitch. Away from the plate, ball 1. Winan chops it foul, and it bounces off a pole back into the field of play, but a foul ball to make it 1-1. In the bottom of the 4th for Georgia Premier, they'll send up 10, 11, and 1. Chop ball, grounded foul to make it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Winan with a runner on second and 2 away. Galloway backs off the pitch to the plate, and a strikeout for Brody Winan as he chases the curveball. Inning over, we head to the bottom of the 4th here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Bottom of the 4th here in Statesboro, Georgia, the site of Game 2 of 3 between the Kingsmen and the Georgia Premier Red Sox. Nemo Barnes is on the mound working out of the windup. Came in and finished the 3rd inning, and now starting the 4th with a ball off the plate. Looking for some consistency out of their 3rd starter. Called into relief here in Game 2 instead of starting Game 3 as scheduled. Got the call on the outside edge to make it 1-1. That one definitely outside. 2 balls and a strike. 10-11-1 for Georgia Premier. Jace Woods, Colton Ridgeway, excuse me. And then the top of the order for Galloway. That strike in at the knees to make it 2-2. 2-2 pitch from Nemo. And gets the strikeout for out number 1. So Woods, who doubled in the third, strikes out to begin the fourth. Georgia Premier batted through the order in that third inning, which saw them score 6 runs. Bottom of the order for Colton Ridgeway. Nemo trying to get the Kingsmen out of this fourth a heck of a lot quicker than they got through the third. First pitch fastball hits the outside half of the plate. Strike 1. We'll see a second game of this doubleheader that will also be posted on the Kingsmen Baseball YouTube channel, barring a miraculous change in network quality. That one popped out of play to make it 0-2. 2 strikes for Barnes against Ridgeway, and he misses low and away for ball 1. After today's doubleheader, the Kingsmen will head back to Gastonia. Chance to sleep in their own beds tonight and enjoy a weekend off after, I believe, a lift tomorrow. That one looked like it may have crossed up Bernie. He missed a high, and it's 2-2. Got him! Back-to-back strikeouts for Nemo Barnes. He has 3. And it's the top of the order now for Georgia Premier as the Kingsmen pitching starting to settle in. First pitch coming here to Galloway. Up for the third time. He's reached on a walk, and he's reached on a hit by pitch. 1-0 after that breaking ball missed off the plate outside. In the fifth for the Kingsmen, they'll bring up 6, 7, and 8. Catani, Clark, and De La Cruz. That ball grounded to second. Daniel up with it. Throws to first, but Catani slipped on the first base bag, and because of that, Daniel double clutched, not wanting to take out his first baseman, and everybody is safe. You gotta wonder how that'll even be scored. It wasn't exactly an error on the second baseman. They had plenty of time to make the throw in practice. First pitch, chopped foul. I didn't know what to give an error. So officially scored a hit on that last ground ball, 0-1. Safe is the call. It's a weird play because you can't really give the error to Logan Daniel because he fielded the ball cleanly and made a good throw. And you can't give the error to Dino Catani because he didn't make any sort of mistake as far as a baseball mistake goes. He didn't drop the ball. He just didn't get to the bag in time due to the slip. 0-2 now the count. 0-2 hole for Zorn Galloway. Trying to keep this inning alive for Georgia Premier. Fly ball left field. De La Cruz right there. Waves off help and makes the catch to retire the side. Fourth inning ends, and for the first time since the first, the Kingsmen blank the Red Sox. We head to the fifth here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Here in the top of the fifth, Dino Catani has a 1-1 count after a swinging strike. Kate still on the mound for Georgia Premier, an 8-1 lead. It's had a good start for Georgia Premier, trying to take game 2 and win the series against the Kingsmen Varsity group at the top of the zone to make it 1-2. It's Catani, Clark, and De La Cruz in the fifth. 2-strike pitch to Dino is outside. Catani hit a fly ball out to right field. Took that one toward the corner, but it hung up for Richards when he came up to plate in the second inning. 2-2 for Cates. And another fly ball to right, this time shallow. Coming in on it is Richards, and he makes the catch to retire Catani again. One out here in the fifth. Harris Clark the next to bat. First pitch to Clark. Outside. One out. And a big swing and a miss from Harris to make it 1-1. Clark and then De La Cruz, Olvera if we get there in the fifth. 7-run lead for Georgia Premier here in the middle game of this 3-game set. Another game to follow after this in Statesboro. Swing and a miss for Clark, and it is 1-2. The Kingsmen had their first hitter of the game reach with a hit. Since then, hitless. And Clark gets the benefit of the call, 2-2. That one called just off the plate. Even count with De La Cruz on deck out of the windup. The pitch from Cates. And a strikeout. Ran it inside on Clark, and he went after it for the second out of the inning. First pitch here coming to De La Cruz with 2 outs. High for ball 1. Cates out of the windup, lifts the leg and comes home. And it runs inside on De La Cruz. 2 balls and no strikes. Olvera on deck if the inning continues in the 9-hole. Then we would see the top of the order once again. 3, 4, and 5 are due up in the bottom half for Georgia Premier. 2-0 to De La Cruz. He takes a hack at that one, comes up empty, 2-1. At his first hit of the spring in East Cobb against these guys. Put one into left field for base hit. Up in the zone, or up above the zone rather, 3 balls and 1 strike. De La Cruz trying to get on here with 2 outs. Kingsmen chasing a Georgia Premier lead. 3-1 pitch. And Matt watches it go, ball 4. 2-out walk here for the Kingsmen, who grab a base runner here in the 5th. We'll see what DJ Olvera can do with it. Olvera popped out to left field his first time. Taking good swings, just hasn't seen the stats back it up over the last couple of weeks. Had a lot of hard contact, but not much to show for it. Apart from a double in the last game of the 3 in East Cobb, a ball outside, and now a mound visit here from Georgia Premier. We'll step aside for a minute here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Let's go, PJ. Ready? Get. I'm down.
PJ Olvera hits in the top of the fifth.
Let's go.
2 outs with the man on first after the 2-out walk to Matt De La Cruz. Is the bottom of the order for the Kingsmen, facing a new arm for Georgia Premier, Amari Knowles, the right-hander relieving Riley Cates. First pitch off the outside part of the plate, called a ball to make it 2-0. The count was 1-0 when
That was 82.
the pitching change was made. So behind 2-0 in the count, Knowles' next pitch. And in at the top of the zone, Olvera started, but it didn't matter as it was in the zone regardless. 2-1. Bottom of the fifth, we'll see 3-4-5 for Georgia Premier. As it stands, they'll need 3 runs to wrap this one up early. 2-1. Inside on Olvera, 3 balls and a strike. Kaden McNeil's on deck if this inning continues any further.
I'm not dead.
Hitter's count for PJ. Here it is. Off the plate, high and away. Back-to-back walks here in the fifth give the Kingsmen a runner in scoring position. And here comes the man with the only Kingsman hit today. Kaden McNeil singled with the ground ball into the outfield to begin the contest. First pitch. And McNeil watches it go upstairs, ball 1. Kingsmen have had 4 base runners so far today. Another offensive performance that has left some to be desired as that slider hooks in there to even the count. Georgia Premier's bats haven't been anything unable to catch up to as that ball bobbled, and then the throw to first is dropped by the first base, and then the bases are loaded. Kaden McNeil hustling down the base paths extends the inning. That error assessed to the pitcher to continue this inning and put the bases to their maximum with Logan Daniel hitting. Only 3 hits today. It could be destined for another low-scoring battle. The Red Sox have taken advantage of the opportunities given to them with the walks and timely hits. 1 ball to Logan Daniel. A couple of hits away from this game being a contest again if Logan can come up here in a big spot. 2 balls and no strikes. Then Gummy Hart and Christian Burney. A lot of pop in the bats behind Logan. He can really get this 2-out rally started. 3 base runners in a row for the Kingsmen. 2-0 to Logan Daniel. Taking all the way, and he lets it drop in on the inner half. Sun's come out a little bit in sunny Statesboro, Georgia. Cloud coverage this morning as the 2-1 swung on and missed. That ball may have been a little bit high, and it is 2-2. Big spot here for Logan Daniel, batting in the 2-hole for the varsity team. The pitch. Struck him out. Froze him with the slider. We head to the bottom of the fifth. The Kingsmen leave the bases loaded in the top half. Bottom of the 5th inning here, 7-run lead for Georgia Premier here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. DJ Bankston, the leadoff man, against Nemo Barnes. And here is the first pitch of the inning. Off the plate outside for ball 1. It's Bankston, Williams, Seeley. Trying to end this game early for Georgia Premier. The Kingsmen blanked in the 5th. Opportunity to start a comeback. Let slip with the bases stranded loaded. 2 balls and no strikes. KBA on demand here for you today. Likely the same for game number 2. Two-0. Hit into right field. Going back is Winan. And he is right there for out number 1. Some moderately hard contact off of the bat of Bankston, but he's retired once again. North Williams has walked twice and scored twice in the ball game so far. And he takes a strike. 0-1. Barnes coming set, lifts the leg and comes home. In the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch from Nemo. Outside corner strike to make it 1-2. One-two pitch. Missed the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes, but a good spot from Barnes. Trying to tempt the bat of North Williams. Seeley on deck for Georgia Premier. 3-4-5 is due up here in the 5th. 2-2. Tap foul to stay alive. On deck batter will retrieve for Georgia Premier. The Red Sox have had a good series, particularly on the mound, but especially in this game at the plate. They had a run of 11 hitters in a row to reach base in the 3rd inning. Actually, between the 2nd and 3rd innings. 3 balls and 2 strikes as Barnes misses off the plate with that one. Full count pitch. Tap foul. 3-2. Payoff from Nemo after the foul ball. And another one. Another one as Nemo will have to keep things going. Very curious to see who ends up starting game 3 for the Kingsmen. Barnes was the scheduled starter. We'll see who starts game 3 in his place for the visitors. 3-2. Outside and 1 out walk. 3rd time today, North Williams has been walked aboard. Courtesy runner here for the catcher. And Seeley will hit with 1 on and 1 out. Outside for ball 1. Kingsmen varsity group came into the game 1 and 3 so far in ABA play. Their lone win coming against this Georgia Premier team. It's been a tough start to the series as the 1-0 low of the zone, 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0. Outside edge, called strike, 2 balls and a strike.
Now what you want to all that boy? Right here.
Georgia Premier batting with the man on first. Middle of the order trying to do some damage against Nehemiah Barnes. Goes over to Catani to check on the runner. Two balls and a strike. With one away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Barnes' pitch is low and in for ball three. On deck for Georgia Premier is Amari Burrows, who is 1 for 2, or actually 0 for 1, excuse me, a walk and a strikeout. Seeley's also 0 for 1, and now has walked. Back-to-back walks for Nemo Barnes on the mound. There's far too many free passes here for the Kingsmen to have any chance in this ball game. That is the 10th walk assessed by Kingsmen pitching in this game through 4 1/3. Here's Amari Burrows with 2 on. It's low and away, blocked by Bernie, 1 ball and no strikes. Tate Johnston is starting to get loose behind the Kingsmen dugout. And Coach Joe Hudak walking out to have a chat with Nemo. We'll step aside here for one moment. Back here after the quick mound visit, Nemo Barnes still on the mound. And Amari Burrows is the hitter. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. He struck out swinging last time. 1-0. And hits a high fly ball to left field. De La Cruz took a step to his left, and now it's over his head and off the wall on a bounce. 1 run will score. 2 runs coming around third will score standing up. And it's a 2-run double to make it 10-1. That ball laced off the bat of Amari Burrows. Ten to 1 is the score. Julian Richards has walked twice. And now the game-winning run opposite the diamond from home plate in a 9-run ball game. Nemo staring at second, now comes home. That pitch off the plate outside. Just the 4th hit of the game for Georgia Premier. Second double to go along with 2 singles. One-0 pitch. Barnes drops in a spinner to make it 1-1. Tate Johnston continuing to get warm, but I'd say it's more likely to see him either in the 6th or in game number 3. Barnes misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. After Richards, it'll be Omar Williams, who stands on deck swinging the right-handed bat. 2 balls and a strike. Daniel looking at second, now backs off. And the fastball in there for strike number 2. Okay. 2-2 is the count. Nemo Barnes coming set at the belt and now steps off and is asking for a chat with Christian Burney. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nemo Barnes trying to get Julian Richards here with 1 away. 2-2 pitch. Curveball high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. Barnes staring in, gets his sign, comes set at the belt, and a full count pitch. Low for a ball. 3rd walk of the inning for Nemo Barnes. And it's the 3rd time that Julian Richards has been walked today. Williams to hit next. Omar Williams is 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a strikeout. They're going to let Nemo finish this inning by the looks of it. Runners on second and first with 1 away. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Obviously doesn't seem like a whole lot of purpose to get another arm out there here in this game, knowing there's one more after it. Nemo, the 4th pitcher that the Kingsmen have thrown out there in game 1 of today's doubleheader. They only used 2 pitchers in yesterday's game. Max Raley and then A.J. Griffith. A.J. has now pitched again this afternoon. 0-1. Popped up foul, 0-2, as it hooks over the net and out of play. I guess it is still the morning. We got 6 more minutes until noon. I'll tell you, the weather here doesn't feel like it's still the AM. It was a overcast morning. The sun has come out to play here for the latter stages of this game. 0-2. Nemo's pitch. Struck out Omar Williams. 2nd time Williams has gone down, and there are 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Here's Dylan Appleboom.
What do you mean?
First pitch coming from Nemo to Appleboom. High of the zone for ball 1. Looking at about a half an hour delay in between games 1 and 2. We're hoping to have game 2 of this series live streamed for you. Going to test a couple of things, see what we can do. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs with runners on second and first. That ball popped up into right. Tracking it is Catani, hooking toward the line, and a foul ball keeps this game alive. 1-2.
Go, Boomy. Go base here.
Right here, right here.
After the foul ball, the count 1-2. 10-1 is the score. Nemo Barnes stepping off the mound, recollecting himself. 1 run away from a run rule end here in the 5th. If the game moves to the 6th, we would see Hart, Bernie, and Winan. 1-2 pitch coming for Appleboom. And that misses the knees by the slightest of margins. 2-2. After Appleboom, it'll be Jace Woods if Georgia Premier brings up another batter in the inning. 2-2 for Appleboom. In the dirt, blocked by Bernie, and it is 3-2. Love that one cleanly. It's a really good job behind the backstop for Christian Bernie. Runners will be on the move here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pivotal pitch here in the 5th inning. Nemo Barnes comes set and fires. And struck out Dylan Appleboom to send us to the 6th. 2 runs in the inning. They needed 3 to send the game to its finality. Instead, we'll send to the 6th instead. Hart, Bernie, Winan when we come back on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Here in the 6th for Kingsmen and Georgia Premier, KBA On Demand. Griffin Leonard here on the call for the final stages of game number 2 of this series. 10-1 is the score. Georgia Premier with the lead over the Kingsmen. Montgomery Hart, Christian Burney, and Brody Winan set to lead things off 3-4-5 in the inning for the Kingsmen. First pitch to Hart off the plate outside from Amari Knowles. Knowles came in to relieve Riley Cates. The Kingsmen saw their best inning of the game. Now 2-0. Since Caden McNeil scored to make it a 1-0 ball game, but the Kingsmen were unable to make anything out of their bases loaded opportunity in the 5th. That one's to the backstop off the glove of the catcher Williams, and it's 3-0. 3-0 count for Montgomery Hart. And Knowles trying to find the zone. Misses. 4-pitch walk for Montgomery Hart.
Go straight, Burns.
So 4 out of the zone to start the inning for Amari Knowles. Hart is on first, and here's Christian Burney. The Kingsmen were walked twice in that 5th inning. Reached on an error, and then a strikeout ended the frame. High for ball 1. Some could call it ball 5. That one finds the zone to make it 1-1 off of the slide piece. Burney, then Wyatt, then Catani as the Kingsmen try to find a way back into this one. Burney swings and misses 1-2. Time called before Knowles started his motion. Burney backs out of the box and will reset. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Nobody out here in the guest half of the 6th. Ball ran inside, nearly hit Christian Burney, but it had enough break to get to the catcher's glove. 2-2. Winan on deck, the next to face Amari Knowles. 2-2, top of the zone, strikeout. Burney down, looking, and he is 0 for 3 today. Here's Brody Wynant with one on and one out after the walk and the strikeout. Here's Wynant, who is 0 for 2, popped out, and has a K himself. First pitch. High for ball one. Only 5 strikeouts for Kingsmen hitters today. They have done a good job of getting the ball into the field of play. This one takes a strike high.
Good take, Brody. Come on. Let's go.
1-1, now 2-1. Is that one a little bit higher than the previous? But the Kingsmen have done a good job of putting the ball in play, but the Georgia Premier defense has been up to the challenge. 2-1 misses high again. 3-1 as the spinner slips out of the hand of Amari Knowles. Dino Catani on deck, a couple of flyouts to right for the Kingsmen first baseman. Wynant takes ball 4 inside.
Let's go, Mark.
Mound visit ongoing right now for Georgia Premier. Runners on second and first with one out for Dino Catani. A little bit over 2 hours game time here so far today. First pitch was 10 o'clock. Just afternoon here, local time in the east coast of Georgia. You're still with us, KBA On Demand. We thank you for joining us. Game number 2 also available, either on demand now or it may have previously been streamed live. It's kind of weird talking in the future and past tense at the same time. 0-1 grounded to second. A play for 2 as Galloway flips to second. They go to 1. The throw into toward the dugout, and with the wild throw all the way around to score is Montgomery Hart, and it's 10-2. Galloway flipped to McBride, but McBride's throw sailed by Appleville. Fielder's choice for Catani, who now stands on first base, and Brody Wynant out at second, with Gummy Hart scoring on the error by the shortstop. Harris Clark takes ball 1. First pitch for Harris after that. 2 balls and no strikes. Or, excuse me, 1-1 is the count. First pitch strike in there against Harris, the Kingsman third baseman. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Harris. In the bottom of the 6th, we will see the 10-11-1 hitters for Georgia Premier. It'll be the 3rd time today that Jace Woods has led off an inning. Clark takes strike number 2. 1 run in the inning for the Kingsmen, so down 8 now in the 6th. 2-strike pitch to Harris Clark, ran inside and hit him. Hit by pitch continues things, and runners on second and first with 2 away.
Lock in right now. That 3rd one. Let's go. Come on, Matt.
In there for a strike. That one ripped to shortstop on 1 bounce from McBride. He flips to second. with the nice one-hop play. Fielder's choice ends the frame. We head to the bottom of the 6th right here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. To the bottom of the 6th we go, and a ground ball foul. First pitch thrown by Tate Johnston, the next pitcher on the mound for the Kingsmen. Johnston, the 5th option for the Kingsmen here in game number 2, game 1 of today's doubleheader. Finds the zone with that one for strike number 2. Johnston, so far this spring we've seen him go with the submarine. This time he comes out throwing over the top. We'll see if maybe that is the new change going forward for Tate. He misses outside for ball 1. Certainly seems a little bit more comfortable up there throwing from that natural arm slot. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. That one sat there on the inner half, and he gets the strikeout for out number 1.
Cody. Go ahead. Next.
First pitch, outside edge, called a strike. New hitter at the plate for Georgia Premier in place of Colton Ridgway. And he hits a line drive up the middle for a base hit. Xander has himself a base hit with one away up the middle to center field. Zorn Galloway next to hit, top of the order for the Red Sox. And go-ahead winning run is at the plate now for Georgia Premier. It's that ball outside off the plate, 1-0. Kingsmen can grab 2 more outs here. We'll send it to the 7th. Well, they will hunt a Georgia Premier lead. That one a foul ball to make it 1-1. Inside hit, Zorn Galloway. He has reached for the 4th time today as a result of the hit by pitch. We're going to get a pinch runner for Xander, who came in as a pinch hitter this inning. A little bit of a hobble as he leaves the field of play. Hopefully he is all right. There'll be a new runner on second base, second and first with 1 out. Runners on second and first, 1 out. 8-run ball game, the lead for Georgia Premier. First pitch high and tight on Casey McBride, who flew out to left his last time. He's 1 for 3. One-0 pitch, hit into left center field. Chasing is De La Cruz to a slide, not going to get there. Off of the glove of McNeil. He fields on the backhand, whips it in. Runner coming around to score, and it is a double to make it 11-2. Casey McBride's got himself his second hit of the game. De La Cruz once again to a slide to try to make a nice play and came up a little bit short. So DJ Bankston will hit next. 11-2 is the score, and the winning run 90 feet away for Georgia Premier. The Kingsmen won 2 prospect games this week by way of the mercy rule. Both of the games were walked off in the 6th inning. Christian Burney a home run in game 1. Christian Burney had the hit in game 1. We'll see what happens here in the bottom of the 6th. The strike in there for Tate Johnston. Tipped into the glove of Burney to make it 0-2. Tristan Harless, prospect outfielder and pitcher, had a sacrifice fly to wrap up game 3 of that PDG series, a series sweep for the Kingsmen prospect team, which are now 5-0 in the ABA. 0-2. Off the plate outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Stay back, stay on. Just like your last one.
If another hitter comes to the plate, we would see North Williams for the 4th time. He has walked 3 times so far today. 1-2 to Bankston. Hit right side of the infield through, and that will wrap things up. Run comes in to score, and that is the ball game. Final score, 12-2 here in Statesboro. Tough one for the Kingsmen to start today's doubleheader. An early lead, but some struggles on the mound and not enough from the bats.
12:45. Is that good?
Plagued them in game number 2. That will conclude the coverage for today's first game. We hope to have game 2 for you live. Otherwise, it'll be on demand for you within 24 hours. This has been KBA Baseball On Demand. 12-2, the final score. Georgia Premier defeats the Kingsmen.